Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Head Coach Ross, the Taxi Gym Street Warrior in Njia Uhuru Kipura. So, those of you who don't know, Njia Uhuru Kipura means the way of freedom. Njia Uhuru Kipura, N-U-K, Njia Uhuru Kipura. And a lot of us have been taken to calling it Nuke for short, because N-U-K sounds like Nuke when you pronounce it as a word. All right, let's get right into it. I've got a whole bunch of emails from you guys and girls today, so I'm going to respond to them. One of the consistent ones I've been receiving, not just here from the United States, which is where I live, I'm here in Long Beach, California, but all over the world, there's been concerns about self-defense and how to teach and train them properly. In this case, I make no bones about it, all right? People of color, and especially African Americans, all right, have special and specific, hello, how you doing? Special and specific self-defense requirements due to the racist feudalism that we face. Not just racism, not just feudalism, but both of them. Now, I have a video that's going to explain that in depth into detail, but right now I'm not going to get into it. You just need to know that racist feudalism is what we're dealing with, and we're the only ones on earth who deals with this. In that regard, we have to know more than just how to disengage a grip, or how to disarm a gun-wielding assailant, or how to engage multiple attackers, or how to verbally de-escalate circumstances. We also have to be properly trained ahead of time and properly equipped with ahead of time the requisite social, economic, and legal knowledge that allows us to deal with the types of things that happen to us only because we're black. Driving while black, walking while black, swimming while black, parking your car while black, breathing while black, doing anything while black. All right? These are the realities that we face, and only we face them. And this is the special requirements and special responsibilities of those of us who are experts in self-defense and seek to teach us African Americans in our communities. Even in mixed groups, this information has to be specially targeted to the African American in that group. This puts an extra requirement, an extra onus on the teachers. And 99.9% of teachers around the world are nowhere near qualified enough to even begin to address these issues. And this is very, very important. It's one of the reasons why I want to make this video, because this responsibility isn't just the responsibility of we African American experts, it's the responsibility of self-defense experts and good people, period. But it's doubly and triply required of we of African blood and African experience, because we are the only ones who can possibly create this paradigm and then proliferate it and perpetuate it, period. It starts with us. If we don't take care of ourselves, sign on, my brother. All right, man. Oh, baby, wait, hold on. I think I got something for you. Hold on. Hold on, you gotta make it, not a problem, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Glad the Creator put us in a position to be able to help a brother out. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got that. Ain't no doubt, man. I got you, OG. Yeah, I got only a quarter, but I got you. All right. All right, no doubt, man. Be safe. All right. Excuse me, brothers. All right, OG, be safe now. That's another thing I wanted to say. If we don't look out for each other, starting with our own community and spreading out like rippling effects of, like the ripples of rippling water in a pond, to helping all good people, regardless of your gender, color, sexual preference, whatever, as long as you're a good person. If we don't do this, no one will. We know what happens if we don't. Not only will no one not do it, those groups of people who are antithetical to us, hey, how you doing, sir? You know, will do everything they can in their power to eradicate us. This is the reason why we have the divisions and the problems we have right now. Okay? So, oh, what you just saw is something else. I have to respond. You know, I was actually going to do it in a different video, but let me throw it in right now. It's an example. Yes, it is true. It is true that I require that all of my students do 3 acts of kindness toward a stranger every day, and 5 acts of kindness toward a family member every day. And at the end of every training session, I want to hear about it. I want to see some proof that you did it, something that verifies that you did it. Hey, how you doing? That you did what you're talking about doing. it's very important that we ensconce amongst ourselves and amongst our students and our clients that there is a absolutely ineluctable, inescapable requirement to be, as my Uncle Bobby, who taught me this and told me that this is what we need to do, we have to be a benefit to our community. That's what my uncle said. He said that you as an instructor have to make certain, that you improve the quality of the community that you're in purely through the daily actions that you engage in and the kind of life that you lead. And then you pass that information on and that requirement, that mandate on to any and all people whom you train and whom you teach. And I'm passing that information on to you right now. That's my Uncle Bobby, who's the leader of our family's fighting system. His rank would be senior leader instructor. For all of you who are really into ranks and names and stuff like that, which my uncle isn't, he hates this. He would be the founder and the grand master of the way of simplicity from which all of our fighting systems spring and in which all of us are trained in. So yeah, if you want to know how that leads to Injio Uhuru Capoeira and how Capoeira led to the way of simplicity, go check out my other video where I say that Injio Uhuru Capoeira is the real Capoeira. It's like 20 minutes long, 17 minutes some change long. It's already up. Go check that out, okay? Now back to the point. Primary point here is we as African American self-defense experts have a tremendous amount of responsibility that nobody else has. The issues that we face are far more severe and receive far less coverage than anybody else. And one of the other videos I'm going to drop today deal with the fact that there are over 100,000 missing African American women here in the United States right now, but we don't hear about it on the news, on the mainstream media. You have to pick it up through black-oriented media or paying attention through a constellation of police reports wherein these missing individuals are documented. And then I want to emphasize this. The fact that they're documented is actually the exception. So whatever number you see that says there's X amount of number of people who are missing, the reality is that the real number is probably double that, because most of us who go missing aren't even documented as being missing. We just disappear in the cracks. It's like we've been absorbed in the matrix. All of that is our responsibility. Our responsibility as self-defense experts. It is our responsibility to go back into our communities and begin and perpetuate the healing process, starting with the reunification of the African American family. Period. Period, period, period. That means a lot of you brothers who are agreeing with me, you already know what it is. Step up. Step up. You're already doing what you're doing. You're just not getting love for it. Those of you who are not, let me clarify this before I go any further. The most recent stats indicate that 87% of African American males marry African American women and are there contributing to the African American family. So kill all that noise about us not doing what we're supposed to do. But for the 13% of you who are not, you already know I don't like you, and I'm gonna try to slap you harder than your mama did, because you deserve all of that. All of the slap, all 5 of the fingers, all of it, 4 fingers of thumb, just all that right up in the face. And you're gonna keep getting it until you do what you're supposed to do. Or you can get kicked out of the community. You're a liability. We don't need you. All right? So what's happening, man? All right. All right, brother? So, excuse me, let me move my hand out of the camera. I apologize for that. But, you know, I'm the street warrior, so I'm on the street. I'm the Mitaani Shuja, which means street warrior in Swahili. So I'm on the street, I'm doing my thing, everything's on the fly, all right? This is not the beautifully edited kind of video that you see a lot of YouTube cats do. And I also want to emphasize this. I am also the only instructor of Injio Uhuru Capoeira and so-called Capoeira who addresses these issues, doesn't front about it, doesn't try to water it down or dilute it. You will not find another instructor of so-called Capoeira who will tell you to your face, all right? What you're learning is garbage. It is created by the enemies of the art, meaning that it was created by the Brazilian government who wanted to destroy the art and the artists, all right? and that it is your responsibility to rehabilitate the entire community. I'm talking not just self-defense, not just through family unity. We're talking health care, proper eating, proper diet, proper exercise, how to prevent sickness, eat a more vegetable-oriented, mineral-oriented diet, like the kind that Dr. Sebi talks about. Yeah, I said it. Hey, what's happening, brother? And it is your responsibility, pass this information on to your kids, raise your kids, all right, and make certain that they learn the important, critical information that grounds them and teaches them love of self, and make certain that they don't take any mess from anyone. Primarily through the use of this first. If you use your mind and your heart first, you don't have to use your fist too much. But you're inclined to use your mind and your heart if you know you can swing these fists. And that's the key. That is the key. That is the part that you need to emphasize. All this old, don't fight back. Fight back. Not only fight back, win. And when the atrocities and the offenses are perpetual, strike first. Yeah, you heard me say it. Strike first. If you're over here, like let me show you real quick. We're on the streets here in Long Beach. And let's say I'm minding my business, walking down the street with you here, with you right here, and then an incident jumps off. Somebody's attacking a woman or an innocent or something to that effect right here in front of me. You know how we'll see all these viral videos where the person holding the camera is like, oh no, you shouldn't do this, and they're just recording? When I grew up, the way I grew up, that wouldn't be happening. Because whoever is recording would also be in the fight. And that's what you need to do. And that's what I mean by strike first. If you see it going down, you strike first and eliminate it before it can escalate any further. Striking first also means having the proper teaching, the proper knowledge, and the proper skills to not be in that issue in the first place. The very first strategy I teach my students is avoidance. And I tell them the fight you always win is the fight you're not in. If you're not where the drama is, you can't lose a fight, you can't be in a fight. Furthermore, if you have the requisite knowledge to neutralize, neuter, and disintegrate, how you doing, brother? All right now, and disintegrate this issue before it escalates to a significant issue of conflict, you have also avoided a conflict. You need to know these things. If you're healthy, you have the proper mindset, the proper spiritual inclinations, the proper physical orientation to generally not be in a conflict in the first place. Another method of avoidance. You see where I'm going here? If you have a unified African-American family and it's good energy there, both parents, or however many parents there are, that includes co-parenting, however you run it, all right? The general energy there is positive, it's supportive, it's oriented toward knowledge, but also you ain't taking no BS. You're not letting these kids run around and tell you all this crazy stuff. You're not doing that. You need to get to slapping these kids. You notice when we were growing up, none of this drama happened. Nobody's mother was being killed or attacked or slapped around because everybody's mother would slap every bit of your molars completely out of your head if you didn't do what you were told to do, and that's exactly what you're supposed to get. And then she'd tell your father, who would then add on to the beatdown with some restrictions and father-style whoopings. And you really don't want that. I received plenty of those growing up. And as a result, I'm not in any of the drama at all as an adult. You need to do that yourself. If you have any questions or comments, leave it at the end of this video. Hey, hit the YouTube subscribe button. We need you guys' subscription. We need your help. All of you. We need you right here. I get over 1 million views a month, and over 77% of them are from people who are non-subscribers. You non-subscribers, subscribe. We need you. Do you like the videos? Do you like you being here? Subscribe. Help us out so we can reach more like-minded people, all right? Go to my website. Critical. Support us financially. Without that financial support, we can't keep doing this. This stuff is free for you, but it's not free with me, all right? So my website is googlesites.com/Taxi Street Warrior Capoeira. Go to my website. Check out my instructionals. I'm the only one in the world who puts this information out. And it's incredibly affordable. It ranges anywhere from $11 to $93. So in other words, it ranges from about the cost of a coffee combo to the cost of your cell phone bill. All right? So if your life is worth a coffee combo and a cell phone bill to you, check me out, support us, and reach all the rest of my family members out there. My cousin, Sensei Derek Fletcher, who leads Fletcher Kempo, and who is the leader of the healing aspects of our family's fighting system. Hey, how you doing? ¿Cómo está, señora? And my uncle in San Diego, who is the leader of all of us, all right, Uncle Bobby, and my younger brother, Anthony Thomas, who is in the Bay Area in Oakland, all right, who is the leader of OaklandMartialArts.com, and he's the leader of the branch of the Wave Simplicity in the Bay Area. So check us out, all right? We look forward to seeing you. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Asante sana. Ashe. Amani. How you doing, my beautiful sister? Take care.